Welcome to another video. This video is not a repair video as such. It's on this item I got from AliExpress all the way from China. FNRSI, I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's SM10. It's SM-10 Portable Intelligent Color Screen Spot Welding Machine. It speaks for itself. What it does is kind of a welding machine, a spot welder. And let's open it up and see what we have inside. What I would be interested in using this for, of course, is batteries. 1.8, what is it? Different types of batteries you get, and what is it, 18650. You can buy them, and they're just normal batteries. If you can weld tabs onto the ends of them, you would be able to replace cells inside a charger and the likes. There you go. Brand new. Don't know what's inside. Also, I got from AliExpress as well, from FNRSI. They seem to do a nice range. Is this USB current meter? It's got PD control, power delivery control. It'll work on the USB-C, and you'll be able to look at laptops. It'll power up laptops through that. Nice box to store it in. Very nice. I believe I've seen things on YouTube that the screen cracks. I'm not 100% sure if it's common or something someone done. Anyway, back to this spot welder. What have we got? We've got a user manual. I will pause the video and have a read of that and see how I actually use this. The device itself, nicely wrapped. Quite nice when you open up something for the first time. And it's nice and clean and well wrapped. Okay. Seems well made. Box, see if nothing else in the box. Okay, what's here? Strips of metal. A USB-C cable, most likely for charging it. And I would imagine these are the two cables for the spot welder. And two spare tips. It's out of the way. I have a charging at the moment. I have a USB-C into it. They warn you not to operate it while you're charging. They say it can damage the charging IC, maybe because it just will take too much current when it's charging. I don't know. They don't give any reason. I would imagine that would go in there. I don't think there's any plus or minus. Let's remove this strip. Very nice. And let's take the insulation off the tops. Okay. And we're there. Now, it didn't say on the button of switching it on. So we've got a power button there. Press and hold. So we're in English, I think. Okay. I'll have to figure this out. 2 milliseconds. Okay, pulse. Intervals, 10 millisecond dots. I'll have to read up what all this is about. You can go between these here, intervals, 10 milliseconds, whatever this is. Preheat, 2 milliseconds. I'll have a read up on it and see how I do it. I'll do a bit of practice and then get back to you. Here's the battery that I've taken out of a camera. And I'd have to order that from Sony and wait for them. And plus, I don't have an account. I'd have to go through a distributor which would take time to get from Sony and then get to me. So what I'm going to try is, obviously the piece of metal that was supplied are too wide. So I'm going to have to cut them down the size a little bit. That's something near to the thickness that I need. I will have to shape it a little bit more. I have two batteries to choose from. Not the exact same size, but I might go for the thicker one here. I got, yeah, I go for this one with more capacity in it than that one. Let's see what the markings on it is. AG10 is the markings on it. And I would imagine, this is plus, and I would imagine that's plus on this as well. So, do I have enough room on this to be able to do this? Now, right now at the moment, let's see, can I get my spot welder in? Press that, I'll go back there. Preheat is set to 2 milliseconds. Pulse is set to 4. Can I get on this without it flying all over the place? No. What I didn't know is it automatically, I thought you had to press a button for that. You don't have to press a button whatsoever. I just demonstrate to you. You can hear it. Okay, that's that done. Very simple. Now, what I don't want is these two conductors to touch one or discharge the battery. Seen the spark? Battery is not fully charged at the moment, so okay. That's strong enough for me. One thing about it though, I didn't get my piece of metal straight. I should be able to still get around that, I would imagine. I'll start trimming that off camera. Okay, I made a total mess of that last one. The electrodes go to opposite ends and I put the electrode on the same side, so it's irrelevant. I'm going to have to redo it again. I'll do it on the other battery that I have. Okay, let's see what that's like. It's stuck. Let's do this side this time. Of course, this one here has a bit of insulation going around to stop it shorting out together. So, so I'm going to have to do this pretty. Well, it's in place. Let's see what voltage I got going across them now. Make sure I ain't got to put a discharge battery in. Don't know if you can see that or not. 1.4 volts. That voltage should be on that. Seems pretty low for me. I'll stop this and see can I get another one. Okay, I checked the voltage at that. It's a 1.5 volts button cell battery, and the one I had was at 1.4 volts, so it was a slight bit low, so I had to redo it. I got another one. This one here is showing 1.5 volts. Let's see, can I get the okay, just put down like that. Right. 1.521 volts. I'm quite happy with that. What I'll end up doing now is I'll shape it, make the electrodes a little bit thinner. That'll fit. I will have to put some kind of bit of insulator in between this conductor and the side wall of the battery. Otherwise it'll short itself out. And as you can see, they have it here done on this as well, so it doesn't short. Okay. Right. We'll see what we can do with that. Okay, I had a bit of use on this now. I've seemed to got the hang of it a bit. You got your preheating current, which is 2 milliseconds, which they say is the best for it. A bit of practice on different materials yourself will tell you that. I have the pulse at 4 milliseconds. It seems to work for this type of battery. It's going to do that. Now, if you've got something else that's getting a little bit more stress, you might have to give it more. And then you got here intervals, right? You can see I only got one on that. So if you want more, you can actually increase that. So, whatever you want. I'm leaving it at 1 myself. Okay. Pressing and holding this, you go into this here. Auto shut off after you got other things in here as well. Interval 0.7 seconds. You can adjust the interval in as well in between the welds. If you select more than one weld, you can select the interval. Auto off 60. Screen brightness, volume, not too sure. Language. Screen reverse. You can reverse it around if you don't like it. Preheating 65 degrees. I'm going to leave it at that. If I find I'm having a problem with some other materials, I might be able to adjust that. It tells you what the under voltage is. I wouldn't think you have any adjustments to that. Factory reset, and so you have an option there to reset everything. Okay. I'm just going to power this down. I'm not going to do that. Okay. What else have we got on this? We have a handy stand. I didn't use the stand because the overhead camera, it'd be harder to see it. And you got a USB-A type port up there. I'm not too sure what that's for. You might be able to charge something from the battery of this. Maybe you could use it as a charge as well. I don't know. It's a 5000 mAh battery. Well, output, I would imagine. Portable intelligent color screen, spot welding machine. Maximum current 1200 amps. So it gives out quite an amount of amperage at that interval, such short interval. I wonder. Two rubber feet at the bottom, stop it sliding across the desk on you. Very nice, seems well made. Nice and heavy. I should open it up sometime and see what's inside it. But for now, I think that's all I can tell you about it. I'll have another quick look at the manual, see if there's nothing else. Especially with that USB-A, whatever that's there for. There's nothing much. Tells you about the lights that come on here at the side. There's lights here, blue, charging treasure discharge, whatever that means, treasure discharge. It is always on when the battery is full. Okay, and flashes when the battery is low. So that top light there will flash when the battery is low. The middle one there, when the two soldering pens are placed on the welding object, it will be on, and it will be off when they are away. So the minute I put that on the object, that will come on. And this one here then is when the power bank is charging. It flashes. It flashes when it's charged, and it's always on when it's fully charged. Okay, right there. Let me just plug it in. I've got a USB. Okay, yes, they're correct about that. It flashes when it's charging. For me, yes, it will be handy for doing the likes of things like this, cut down on costs for customers and time when I want to do batteries. But we all can get 18650 batteries, but they don't have any metal tabs on them, and you don't want to be soldered on top of your battery. I have done it before and got away with it, but it's not nice. You know, I'd rather just weld it on like that. Anyway, I'm going to have a look on AliExpress again for more gadgets. It's a treasure of different gadgets. It's here. I got that off AliExpress. Also, I got this thermal camera. That works a treat as well. So I'm quite happy what I get off AliExpress. Sometimes I get stuff that is pretty awful. It's not, when you see it on the picture, you think it's something, but it's very small and fragile and basically rubbish. But FNRSI seems to be a good brand. Got the bit of insulation around it to insulate the negative from the positive when the tabs are bent over, and I've trimmed those tabs up a little bit. Let's just look under the microscope and see what we have. Here's the positive end, and here's the negative end, and I got a little bit of trimming done it. Doesn't look very pretty, but I have it soldered. so it can go into the circuit. That's the next thing I'm going to do. I have 1.5 volts on this, which will be sufficient to last this camera, which was incidentally the camera I replaced the DVI port on my last video. And they've also complained about it not storing the settings. You would keep on setting the time and date on the camera. Battery is soldered in place here in the bottom of the camera, and I have our little board then that's got to go in, and it just about barely gets it in there. It'll do. A little bit tight, but it should work. And there you are, it's down. That's the cover on, and the battery is very snug in against the cover. But I don't imagine that'll be a problem. It'll probably outlast the camera. Thanks for watching.